Oh, why hello. I didn't see you there. I was too busy reading The Conversations by Walter Murch. Today you are with me because regular Bryce has no ideas. If you think I look pretentious sitting in front of a bookshelf of which I have read less than a 10th part, these spectacles hanging at the end of my nose, and a scarf in the middle of summer, you would be correct. But today, this fits our purposes, matching form to content. For today, we are going to be discussing the pretentiousness of tonally off films, or films which attempt to be one thing when they are really something else. Ooh, excuse me. We have all had the curious experience of interacting with somebody in which we feel like they are fake. This could stem from micro-expressions in which we detect that the person is being disingenuous in what they are saying versus how they are feeling. This fakeness could derive from seeing some petty attempts to follow with a certain trend, or simply they try to speak in an uplifted tone and wear a duncher bought from Ireland. It's called a duncher, not a newsy hat! Whatever the scenario may be, a commonality between all the instances of fakeness which we may come across seem to stem from an incongruency between what we perceive and what the individual wishes us to perceive. We are all guilty of it, some more than others, yet we are so apt and capable of putting such labels on other humans when we so woefully fall short of being able to do so with God's greater creation, that of film. We must, of course, be charitable in the reception of the stories that we consume, for it is far harder to stitch together a working, flowing narrative than one might suspect. However, when a piece of media asks you to take it more seriously than what the script and the story actually deserve, we are far more likely to be able to focus on the plot holes which we there see. You may have a film which tries to push an agenda which the vehicle by which that agenda should be carried does not fully or in part sustain the message. Returning to the lesser topic of people as opposed to film, one way in which humans attempt to convey that they have risen among the bog in which so many unaware, fake fellow humans have fallen privy, they strive for the standard of being self-aware. It follows that many filmmakers find it an attractive option to add media awareness within the narrative of their stories. In some instances, you get groundbreaking triumphs, such as 2016's Deadpool. I haven't actually seen that, I'm going off a hearsay. But in other instances, you get obnoxious winks from beyond the camera, nods towards the audience, that again subvert the actual narrative and makes a conscious moviegoer feel as though they are in a conversation with one of these disingenuous, fake people. Such an epidemic of trying to break the fourth wall or wink at the audience behind the camera is becoming increasingly common in Hollywood narratives, particularly those from certain studios, and threaten many moviegoers' experience. I might actually have to go and see the indie films I profess to know all about. And I simply don't want to have to work that hard. But alas, I have spoken too much. Reciprocate. What are some films that you have watched which have just felt a little too fake for you to be able to enjoy? Leave your responses and citations in the comments down beneath this video, and I bid you adieu.